Eli sighed. There probably wasn't any way he was getting out of this. Heidi was giving up her own kid time to let him take the boys on tour, though he doubted that was any great sacrifice on her part. The least he could do was indulge her on this one thing, right? But he was so sick and fucking tired of letting her win. "And it'll be easier on you," she went on. "Iris knows their schedules, knows their needs, keeps up with all of Dylan's allergies. Hang out with them all you want and let her handle the hard stuff. What's wrong with that?" "Maybe I want to handle the hard stuff. Unlike you," he added silently. As if he'd said it out loud, she laughed bitingly. "Trust me, you don't. They can be a handful." "Of course they can. They're kids." He'd always been able to grapple with the various crises better than Heidi. She was prone to meltdowns at the least disruption to her perfect life. Dylan's allergies were a case in point. From his first anaphylactic reaction, she'd despaired over the extra work of making sure he didn't eat what he shouldn't, mainly tree nuts and shellfish. The one and only time he'd been stung by a bee, he puffed up like the Michelin Man. So they made the list too. A dog or cat in the vicinity would have him itchy and wheezing for hours, so pets were out. "I know everything Dylan needs as well as you do." "Eli, just do this. What am I supposed to do with the girl for 2 months while the kids are away?" "Give her the time off. I'm sure she'd appreciate it. What the fuck am I supposed to do with her for 2 months?" "I want her wherever the boys are." It was Heidi's, "and that's that" tone. "The boys are going to be on the bus with me." "Then she's on the bus with you." "Like hell she is." "God damn it, E. The kids are her job. Let her go along, and I promise you won't regret it." "Do you really think she'll thank you for forcing her into tour life when she's used to all this?" He swept his arm to encompass Heidi's lavish home, his former home. She ignored the comment, going back to painting her face. "She tutors Seeker. It's summer, and he struggles all year. An hour a day isn't going to cut into your precious time too much." All right, he could give her that one. "And Seeger goes for that?" "Newsflash, those boys love her. She has a way with them. You'll see." Her voice held that self-assured triumph that always rankled him. How was he supposed to get quality time in with the boys when he had a fucking nanny tagging along? By leaving her ass on the bus or in her hotel room, he decided, stalking across his former bedroom, leaving Heidi to get ready in his former bathroom, probably to roll with her boyfriend across Elijah's former bed. The thought made bile rise in his throat. But he wouldn't give 2 fucks what she did as long as Iris stayed out of their way. And as long as he could be assured she wasn't running to her employer to blab about everything she saw on the road. Not that he intended to raise hell. Too much. But the thought crawled under his skin and itched. He didn't need Heidi's eyes following him everywhere he went, her ears listening to everything he said. Fuck that. He snatched the bedroom door open. Iris, limbs flailing, tumbled forward and damn near knocked him to the floor. By reflex, his arms went around her to keep her from taking him down with her. Wide blue eyes blinked up at him. Even the 1 second he held her was long enough to catalog a myriad of sensation. The softness of a breast, the silken brush of her hair, the strength of her hands as she pushed and struggled against him as if he were burning her. "Sorry," she mumbled once he'd leveled her up to her own 2 feet again, fixing the glasses that had been knocked askew. "I was just—" Eavesdropping, he thought. It had already begun. "I was just coming to see if you needed anything else, Heidi," she called toward the bathroom. "No, that'll be all today, Iris. Elijah has stopped by to take the boys for the night. Thank you." "At least she thinks I'm capable for a single night," he muttered. Heidi had missed Iris's grand entrance. He was sure if he pointed it out, she would roll her eyes and tell him he was being ridiculous. But the woman's weight had been solid against the door. He'd felt it. Iris didn't comment on what he'd said, and Eli assessed her through narrowed eyes. Her face, small and heart-shaped, was a blank slate, and her lustrous black hair caught the soft overhead light in a perfect halo. She was a little thing. The tiny